Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Phil Switch podcast. My name is Phil Carew, and I'm joined by my fearless co-host, Brock Tamarino. The Phil Switch podcast is brought to you by Sal's Tire Caps. Sal's Tire Caps, whether you're into driving your car or riding your bike, everyone can use some Sal's Tire Caps. There, was that nice enough? Oh, okay. Sal put his side comment into the copy. All right. My apologies on that. Brock, how are you doing on this lovely day? Temperatures are cooling a little bit here in our part of the country.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I kind of like when the temperature starts dropping a little bit. Really, fall and spring fall and spring are the favorite parts of the year for me. So,
yeah, actually, fall and autumn. Me and Cap got in a conversation about that on the upcoming 1st and 15th podcast, which you guys can also check out. Comes out the 1st and 15th of every month. Anyway, today, a special show. We have two in-studio guests. Our producer found these two gentlemen by calling a local restaurant or whatever that he saw they were performing at. He saw this in the paper, saw they were performing, called the restaurant and got their number, and told me that it would be a good idea for us to interview these two individuals. I've spent maybe 10, 15 minutes with them, Brock and I here in the studio, just chatting a little bit, and they seem like nice guys. So without further ado, who we have in studio today is the singing duo, all out of bubblegum, Jeremy and Javier. From All Out of Bubblegum. Jeremy and Javier, welcome to the Phil Switch.
Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, yes, thank you. We are so gracious to you for having us here to help, not only promote our show, but also to have us here to, converse, kill a couple hours before we have to go perform in front of a screaming crowd.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Our producer said that we needed to do the interview, have you guys in here. You guys, nice guys, so... a singing duo. So what kind of music do you guys do?
Yes, I'll take this one. Yes, we actually do covers for the most part. We've tried writing a few things, but we mostly do covers. We are actually, if you don't mind me plugging a little bit here, Phil, we are actually playing tonight at Bill's Pizza Bistro Parlor. That will be at 8 p.m. Tomorrow night. We're actually here for the evening. We'll be playing there tomorrow night. I believe we are going there tonight. I think they said that as part of our pay, we get a free meal tonight. So we're very excited about that. We've heard a lot about Bill's Pizza Bistro Parlor. And so we're very excited about that, going to have a good meal tonight, get some good rest, and be ready to perform for our crowd, our audience tomorrow.
So you guys booked a show at Bill's? Yes, we booked the show at Bill's. Okay, that's yeah. So how many people usually come to you guys' shows?
Oh dear. Last time, what was our last show? It was a real banger. I believe we had 50 people there. It was really nice. We got paid quite substantially. Each of us took home $100, and they provided free drinks and a meal. So that was helpful on part of our tour, as we've come all the way from California through the Midwest, and we are planning on going over to the East Coast as well, and possibly down to Florida. We would like to get on a plane and go to maybe the Caribbean at some point to play there. We heard there's a very large audience for what we do. Yeah, and as a singing duo, typically the singing duos I've seen have had like a guitar player or maybe two guitar players, or a guitar player and a percussionist. So you guys are a singing duo, and it's, from what I understand, it's just you two in the band. So what instruments do you guys play?
We don't play any other instruments. See, we just basically what we do is we go up there and we sing. So Jeremy, he has some songs he sings, and I have some songs I sing, and We just go up there and we sing. Some people say it's a cappella, okay? But we just go up there and sing.
So do you guys have any? Do you guys have like backing tracks, like I don't know, like a CD you play, like with music on it or anything, or like maybe even a karaoke type machine?
Oh no, Phil. We don't have any type of karaoke machine. No backing tracks. Javier and I are purist when it comes to singing. So if we say we are singing, we are literally just singing. We have no music. Javier and I, it's how much time do you have here?
We usually do about a 30-minute show.
Oh, perfect. So Javier and I met. Javier actually answered an ad I'd put out in the paper saying that I was looking for a soul partner in singing. And so many people called me, and I told them my idea that I just wanted to go on stage and just sing. Many were under the impression I was looking for other band members, but I was just looking for another singer. Javier answers the message and totally gets it right off the bat. And I remember what was one of the first. I know you said something about singing, and you were really into it, Javier. But what were the first questions you asked me? They were so intriguing.
The first question I know to ask you for sure is, are there a chance that we will see and be around beautiful ladies?
No. It wasn't that. It was maybe it was that. But you said something about singing.
Oh, yes. I said that the beautiful ladies, they love the singings. So I said that's why I answered the ads.
Yes, but even it might seem trivial that Javier was just thinking about beautiful women, but even so, I knew that he had an artist spirit, a singer spirit, and that he wanted this possibly more than me, as far as this dream I've had to really go out there, test the waters, swim in the waters, become one with the water. And we just went for it. We both dove in head first, and we were ready to go on this tour.
So, how long have you guys been together as a singing duo?
We've been together. Let's see. Javier answered my ad about it's around yes, and then you had a few. We had so he answered my ad, and then we've had a few rehearsals. So we've been a singing duo for about 6 months together.
And you guys are booking you guys book shows all the way from California out to the East Coast, and then some down in Florida, and you're looking to get on a plane to go out to the Caribbean too.
Oh yes. I've basically put all my life savings into this. How much was your life savings? Oh, I don't like to talk numbers, but it was quite substantial. Yes, I quit my job. And I decided I'm going to put my life savings into it because I watched this motivational video on YouTube. And the gentleman said, if you are totally committed to your goal and your dream, more importantly, your dream, goals anybody can have, but dreams are what really matters. And he said, if you are totally committed to your dream, just go all in. So I watched that part of the YouTube video. I didn't bother with the other 45 minutes of it. And I thought, this is what I'm going to do. I've always wanted to be a singer. I've tried my hand at various bands, and I just decided I'm going with this, and that's what I'm doing.
Wow, that's a real leap of faith. That takes a lot of courage. And so, do you have a plan? If just say this wouldn't work out, do you have a plan for that?
Oh, no. This is my plan A, B, C to Z. So this has to work.
I told Jeremy when we first got together, I say, Jeremy, I want to be with the beautiful lady, maybe beautiful ladies. And I said, this is a dream of mine too. You know what I'm saying? And I said, sure, I'll sing. I thought, why not? And I told Jeremy, I said, we can't fail at this because if I end up doing this and I put in my life savings, which was about $10 and some pocket change. If I put in my life savings, that's all I have. So I want to make sure that I definitely going to get a beautiful ladies. And Jeremy said to me, he said, if this work out the way I think it will be, you will have the beautiful ladies.
Well, I didn't know now, Javier, I didn't quite say that. I said if it worked out, it would be our dream come true.
Okay, yeah, so that's what you say.
Right. Okay, so let's see. All about what is it? All out of bubblegum. Your guys, your duo name is All Out of Bubblegum. So where did that come from?
Oh yeah, so every time, so right when I first meet Jeremy, right? Jeremy says to me, as soon as I knock on the door, right? I knock on the door to his apartment, and his mom answers the door, and I say, I'm looking for Jeremy. And his mom says, Jeremy, she yelled, Jeremy! She have a real high-pitched voice. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, he come to the door, and I say, I'm Javier. I answered the news app for you. I'm here for the beautiful ladies. And Jeremy says, well, Javier, I'm here to sing and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. And we laughed so loud, and his mom was in the background. Oh, that's such a stupid lie, she said. But Jeremy and I are laughing so loud, right? We're laughing so hard. So as we continue to rehearse and practice our songs and practice the music, we say to each other, what should the name of our bands be, right? And I said to Jeremy, this was the first thing you said to me when you answered, after your mom answered the door and then she called for you and you come to the door. This is the first thing you said to me. And Jeremy said, that's it. The name of the band is All Out of Bubblegum. And I tell you one thing, it has been kind of hit and miss, but a lot of people, they really think it's funny.
Yeah. Yes, Javier says it so poetically. I really, it's kind of a thing that I think you just have to go with your first reaction when it comes to creativity and art. You have to feel it from your heart. And I thought, this was the thing that Javier remembers aside from my mother. He remembers me saying this line, and that has to hold some significance, wouldn't you say, Brock?
Yeah. I mean, everybody believes things work out a little bit differently and why things work out the way they do. So I would say, if you feel like that was an important thing to you, with you and Javier getting together, I would say, yeah, that would be a reason to name your band that.
Yeah, from my perspective, you guys might get caught up on people not understanding where that came from. I actually remember when I was a band, when I was in a band, I had a band called Between the Rooms, and we had a CD out and stuff. But anyway, we went to play at this venue, and I was actually the one that booked the show, this little venue in Decatur, Indiana, actually. And I booked the show, and I gave them a CD with our name on it, Between the Rooms. I said our name was Between the Rooms, and I think I even gave every venue like a sheet of paper, maybe with maybe some of our songs or something, and kind of giving them an idea of what kind of band we were. And we get there the night of the show, right? And on their marquee outside, and actually on the marquee on the back facing the alley, it had Between the Sheets. Sheets was spelled SHEETZ. Not quite Between the Rooms, but Between the Sheets. So do you guys ever get anything like that? Or have you guys got anything like that with All Out of Bubblegum? I'm trying to think. No, we haven't yet, because I'm very adamant about it. I tell them it's all out of bubblegum. Now, sometimes they'll move letters around, so it's like capitals and lowercase letters all mixed in and about. It doesn't look very professional, but no, it's always been all out of bubblegum. Now, no, I will say that there was one place that put on their marquee All About Bubblegum, and we had a bunch of little school kids show up. Parents thought it was a carnivalesque type thing where they could come there and their children could get free bubble gum. So that show didn't go great. We didn't really have our target audience there, but I think that's the only time. Javier, can you remember another time?
No, I don't remember any other times. To be honest with you guys, Jeremy does a lot of the, business aspect. I just kind of show up, you know what I say? So I don't really notice that stuff. Jeremy says, we're going to go here. He driving the vans. He come and he wake me up, and we are in the venues, and I get up and sing my song. I talk to the beautiful ladies, and that's really so. No, I did not notice if somebody get our name wrong on the Marcus.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. So
All right, cool. So you guys, so Jeremy puts out an ad. Javier answers the ad. You guys have been rehearsing. So how many songs do you guys have rehearsed and ready to go? And you guys said you do all covers, right?
yes, that's correct. We do all covers. So let's see. We've probably rehearsed about, I would say, 80 songs, right? And we play for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I would say that on any given night, we're probably ready to play because we sing often in the car to each other, right? It's quite a fun adventure when we're out driving and going from town to town. So we sing quite a bit to each other. We come up with new songs we want to do. We have tried writing a few of our own songs, but it hasn't. It's weird to write your own song when you don't have any instrumentation, right? Which is a point you guys kind of made about our band just being singers, and we don't have any instrumentation. And to be honest with you, and Javier, I'm sorry to joke, but Javier's lyricism is a little bit limited. Javier's come up to me with 2 songs, and they are delightful. They're very funny, and we get a good laugh out of them. But they always have something to do with beautiful ladies. As you can tell from Javier, he's a real romantic, and it really makes the trip and the travel so fun.
So, just as a practical question for like a traveling band, when you guys are traveling around, you said that you were paid like $100 a piece, and that you got a free meal from the one venue. You're getting a free meal from Bill's for your show today or tomorrow. Is there times where you guys are struggling to keep yourselves going financially while you're on the road, or has there been since you guys have come from California all the way over to the Midwest here?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I've missed easily between California and here. I would say I've missed probably 15 meals. Yes, because see, the venues, they only give us the meal for the night or the afternoon we're playing. A few venues have paid us maybe $5 or $10, and I keep telling Javier. He says he's hungry a lot, right? And I say, Javier, that's part of being a starving artist. If we were just artists, Javier, we couldn't say we're starving artists. So that's part of the whole artistry realm. You know, that's where we want to be as an artist. We want to be starving, and then we hit it big, which I think is going to happen anytime. People have been very excited about what we're doing. They're so happy. We're just bringing smiles to people's faces with our singing, and I think that's really what we're going for.
Now you say that, but I mean, it would be nice to pay some bills. You know what I say? I mean, I like to, I like to see the beautiful ladies, and I like to sing or whatever. But and the free food is good when it's there. But at some point, you gotta kind of say, well, once we get back to California, what are we gonna live on? That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but Javier, I've tried to explain to you that if we make just enough, when we're done with our tour, right, then possibly we might say, oh, the cost of living where we are in California is too high, so let's live within our means.
Yeah, no, I get that, but we're like making, I mean, like the $100 gig was like our most, our highest paying gig. So if you had to factor that in, then you got to think to yourself, okay, so we make $100 here, but then where is it going to come from? And we still have, when we get back to California, we're going to have bills to pay. Maybe I want a new pair of shoes. Maybe I find a beautiful lady and she wants to come back with us. And then I got to say, well, I don't know if I can support the families, because we made $100 at this one gig. But then the rest of the gigs, really, to be honest with you guys, we're making like $10, $15 a gig.
$10 or $15 a gig?
Oh, yeah.
So when you guys said you book a tour, what kind of venues are you guys playing? I know you're playing Bill's Pizza Bistro, which that might just be a fill-in or something, but because Bill's doesn't really do music from what I understand or remember.
Yeah, they don't really do music.
So how are you like? What kind of places are you guys playing? Well, it goes back to the starving artist, right? Doesn't it? So we've been playing a lot of coffee shops. We played a park one day.
Oh, like a big were they having like some type of festival at the park?
Oh no, this was just a regular like children's park. Yes, and Javier was nice enough to put his shoe out, and we made. What did we make, Javier? It seemed like we did fairly well that day. I want to say.
Yeah, no, I put my shoe out and we made like $5.
So how long did you guys play at that park?
We were there all day, Philip. So we got there at 8 o'clock before anybody even at the park, right? So we get there at 8 o'clock and we set up. Which by set up I mean we sat down on a bench, right? And then Jeremy had the idea, why don't you take your shoe off and you could put it down and then we start singing, so people will give us the money for singing. And so I put my shoe down and we sang from about 8:30 when no one was there. People started getting there around 10. And then we sang until about 6 in the evening and we made $5.
Well, now that's not completely true, Javier. So what happened was he put his shoe down. We had at least $50 in the shoe at one time, but then people started taking money. And what they did was, we were trying to be helpful. So there were children that would come up and say, "Oh, I want a soda. Can I borrow some money?" So I was nice enough to say, "Yes, you can borrow some money. Just bring us back the change, or have your mother or father bring us back money later today to make up for it." And unfortunately, no one brought any money back. So what we ended up was just the 5 we had left over.
Oh wow. Okay, so are you guys are on this show to try to promote your show, right? You're on the Phil Switch to try to promote your show.
Yes, that's the hope. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so what typically happens when, from what I understand, this will be the first time the Phil Switch has had musicians on here promoting a show, but what happens is typically the musicians will do some type of performance towards the end. We're getting there close to the end, so maybe it's time for you guys, in order to give people an idea about what you guys do, you guys could perform a little bit of your show for the night, if you don't mind.
Oh no, absolutely. That would be terrific. Now, I do want to say, for the people that'll be at the show, I don't want to ruin everything for them, so we'll just give them little samples. I don't know, maybe of just one song. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. You guys can just sing part of a song, or however you guys want to do it. Yeah, so what happens is I usually have songs I sing, and then Javier has songs he sings. So I'll sing you part of a song I sing, which I'm very excited about. It's a newer song. We sing from a whole entire catalog of modern stuff to older stuff. Javier usually takes the more soulful stuff because he wants to reach out to the beautiful ladies, as he says, and then I just kind of take whatever. So let's see, let's do that one. That sounds good. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to do part of Shut Up and Dance, which is a newer song, not a brand new, of course, but a newer song by Walk the Moon. So I shall do that in my style, as I say, or as in all out of bubblegum style. Okay, try not to blow a bubble. Don't pop your bubble. Okay, I've come up with little catchphrases through our drive for our band. So, okay, so Shut Up and Dance, Walk the Moon. Here is my performance of just a snippet of the song. Okay, am I good to go? Yeah. And whenever you're ready. All right, so sorry, I'm just warming up just a little bit. Okay, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Okay, so I'm very nervous. I usually perform in front of several people, so it's kind of a weird atmosphere being in the studio here, but I'm so delighted to sing. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, don't you dare look back. Keep your eyes on me. I said she... Oh, yeah, I've already messed it up. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. I said, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh. Shut up and dance with me. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Shut up and dance with me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was just a little bit of a snippet. I'm sorry for the mess up there. I'm just so nervous right now. I can't believe we're performing live on a major podcast. So it's quite a treat for me and Javier being in this situation. So Javier, I'm sorry, I'm stealing the stage. The spotlight is on me. Javier, go ahead. Whatever song you feel like, sir.
Okay, let's see here. So, okay, I know how to sing. So I'm going to sing with a little help from my friends. Okay. So I just give a snippet to you. I don't want to ruin it, you know. I'm just going to try to warm up the engine on the beautiful ladies listening, to all your listeners out there. Okay. So, what would you do if I sang Artus? Would you stand up and walk on a miss? Lend me your ears and I sing your songs. I try not to sing our keys. Oh Lord, bow with a little help from my friends. All you beautiful ladies in the front rows. Bow with a little help from my friends. Oh, don't you know hockey? Bow with a little help from my friends. That's Juju, beautiful ladies. And then I will go on with the song in the real shows.
Cool. That was, thank you for the in-studio performance. You might not hear it out there, but for several listeners, I'm sure there's applause out there for Walk the Moon, Shut Up and Dance. Thank you, Jeremy. And for, with a little help from my friends, Javier's cover of that. And I believe that was the Joe Cocker version of With a Little Help from My Friends, not the Beatles version. So thank you for that, guys. Is there anything else you guys would like to say before we close out the Phil Switch here?
I just want to say thank you guys so much for having us on. Thanks to you listeners. For everyone, in case you just came on or you have any questions about where we'll be performing, we are performing... All Out of Bubblegum is performing tomorrow night at Bill's Pizza Bistro Parlor. We will be starting at 8 p.m. sharp. We are always punctual in there. We haven't hit rock star status where we make our fans wait for an hour and a half and then play half the set. We are right on target. Sometimes we start just slightly early to get people warmed up. Yes, so by 8 p.m. showtime, everyone's ready to go. So, but thank you guys, really. Thank you, Brock. Thank you, Phil. Thanks to your producer for reaching out. We are so excited.
Yeah, I got nothing to say. If you are beautiful ladies and you're listening, make sure to go to the Bill's Bistro place tomorrow night at 8. Actually, be there about 6 o'clock. I'll be hanging out by the bars.
Okay, that's great. All right, thank you again. All Out of Bubblegum, Jeremy and Javier, thank you for joining the Phil Switch. As always, guys, thanks for listening to the Phil Switch podcast. And don't forget to check out my other podcast, 1st to 15th, which I co-host with Kaplowitz Media. You can find him over at kaplowitz.xyz. If you would like to contact us or reach out to us here at the Phil Switch, you can do that through email. You can email thephilswitch@gmail.com. Again, that's thephilswitch@gmail.com. Guys, we wish you all a great week, and we'll talk to you soon here at the Phil Switch.